Boom. Pow. Zat. Zing. What's up, everybody? You're watching the Spaceman on Spaceman Reviews. Well, people, you know it was coming. It was going to happen. They were talking about it. They showed a glimpse of the cast for the new upcoming Amazon Lord of the Rings TV series. And you know why we're getting one, people? Because diversity demanded it. Or a bunch of woke-ass casting directors and screenwriters. Well, this is what these woke-ass propagandists call themselves. And they decided, you know what? Lord of the Rings is way too white. So let's do this the right way. It's not the right way. Definitely isn't Tolkien's vision of Lord of the Rings. I think we pretty much covered that with 6 outstanding movies like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. But they didn't see it that way. So we're gonna take a look at Rings of what the hell? The Rings of Power. Christ. Oh, yeah, why not, right? Why not? So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you didn't already. Tell a friend about this channel. Join and become Legion, the Spaceman Reviews. Join the Space Force. Oh, you can also follow me over on BitChute as the Iron Patriot. That's right. Get my political commentary. Watch and listen to all the nice things I have to say about this fully legitimate administration. Oh, here we go. Amazon's Lord of the Rings team knew they'd face Tolkien fan backlash over diverse casting. I'm getting the feeling that they have done Star Trek diversity shit with this, that they've done Ghostbusters 2016 with this. It says, who are these people that feel so threatened or disgusted by the idea that an elf is black, Latino, or Asian? Not really anybody. It's, why does this have to be made? People, this isn't Lord of the Rings. What this is a propaganda piece. And that is what people have a problem with. Even, here's the thing, no one is interested in this. Nobody wants this. You already had a gay actor playing a wizard in the original Lord of the Rings. He played it for 6 fucking movies. Ian McKellen. He is an out-and-out gay man. And everybody knew it. And nobody cared. He is Gandalf the Grey, the white, the black, the purple. He's Gandalf. And he also played the older version of Magneto in all the X-Men movies that featured the old Magneto. It was Ian McKellen. So he's Gandalf and he's Magneto. Okay? And nobody ever had a problem with the sexuality. Not once to be like, what's that queer doing dressed up like a wizard? Nobody did that. They love these movies. But it wasn't good enough. Because in the day and age that we live in, they have to ruin cult classics. Lord of the Rings has been around for a long time. In the original books, it was about the fall of like nature and everything, and the industrial world taking over. And it made very good definitive points in the books. There's no way, even if you were to try and honestly outdo what Peter Jackson did for Lord of the Rings and just simply try to remake. You can't do it. These movies came out like, what, 20 years ago? Or at least 18 to 20 fucking years ago. We already got 6 successful movies, and they were done perfectly. I think The Hobbit was a little more childish, if you will. But even by today's standards, now with the shit that we get, top notch. It took us into the world of elves, orcs, hobbits, wizards, swords and sorcery, and elves, and magic and mysticism. And they were long journeys, very well-developed characters, beautiful music. I mean, the CGI, you can't do better than any of the CGI that was done the first time. You can't do it. So, they know they can't do it. So, well, look. Oh, yeah. See, you're not a racist and you're on Twitter. All you see here, well, all these white people. You got little whitelets down below, and then you got all the big white dudes there. Where's the people of color? But they're not racist, okay? They're not racist. They be anti-white, but they're not racist. No. They decided they're going to do it better. Yeah. Because now here. Oh, God. Oh, so what we got here? Okay, obviously this guy's going to be a dwarf. A dwarf? Right? Yeah. I don't know what is this, King Tut, Nefertiri, a hobbit, and over here, okay, we got a black elf, with some chest armor. Does any of this, other than this picture here, scream Lord of the Rings? No. And they're not doing this for the sake of to make something decent for Lord of the Rings fans. They're doing it. This is what they would do to Harry Potter if the woman that created it handed it over to other corporates. This is what they would do to Harry Potter. And she knows that. That's why it's never going to happen to Harry Potter unless she goes in with that. Because this is what they would do. This bitch here would be Harry Potter. This guy would be the chick. No, we had to change everything around. Right. I'm still surprised they even got a white guy playing the dwarf. Yes. But, yeah. Look at this. I think this is supposed to be a dwarf, I guess. I don't know. It looks kind of elvish. Did the people that make this shit, did they even watch Lord of the Rings? Because probably not. I mean, Lord of the Rings, all 6 movies had strong fucking women in it. I mean, if you remember Return of the King, in like one of the final battles, when the warrior takes down the king, Witch King, and he looks at the warrior and says, "No, you fool, no man can kill me," right? Then she takes off her helmet and she's like, "I am no man." Boom! That was fucking metal. Okay? That was metal. But we don't get points for that. Holy shit. Or what about in Fellowship of the Ring when Eowyn rescues a Frodo who's been mortally injured, and she's taken him to her domain to save his life. She took down like 4 ring rats on horseback with a fucking creek. And she was quoting some elvish shit. I mean, that was metal too. That universe was full of chicks who were strong, killing Witch King. She killed a Witch King. The little blonde from Rohan who dressed up in armor because she wanted to fight with her fellow people in the final battle. So she pulled a Mulan. Epic fucking stories. I mean, they were long as hell. I would say about watching them again, but I got to tell you, man, I'm not a fan of movies that are over 90 minutes. I'm just not. And it has to do with the special effects or the stories. Because as long as this stuff is powerful the first time, I'll give it a chance the first time. Even in The Hobbit, you had that Evangeline Lilly, the Wasp Bee woman from Ant-Man and the Wasp. She played a strong elf too. They had all these strong elf women. And that wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. I know when we were watching Return of the King at the end, and Frodo was back laying on the bed, and Sam was standing there in the doorway looking at Frodo. We have these two. I think these two are more than just pals. We got that gay gaze going on right there. Well, guess what? Now it looks like they're making this shit really happen. Wow. Well, because there was no LGBT anywhere. It was dry. So they're gonna fix it up, huh? They're gonna fix it up. Sure. Because all the white dudes now are gonna be orcs, and these right here, they're gonna save the day. They're going to save the day with their little blonde-haired princess, Captain Marvel. They're going to save the day. Oh, yes. It says, Vanity Fair exclusively debuted first look images, upcoming series. 22 lead cast members, multiple storylines ranging from the deep within, the dwarf mines, misty mountains. Why do we need any of this shit? They're doing this because they're pushing politics. It is to destroy, rewrite the movies, the books, the stories, to destroy past pop culture, to ruin pop culture. All this is just like Ghostbusters 2016, just like the book of Boba Fett, or the sequel trilogy, or Star Trek Diversity. Any of these, it's all propaganda pieces. And that's what people have a problem with. Star Trek was always diverse. You had a black Captain Sisko in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. You had a shape-shifting woman that could shift to different genders and different alien shapes. You had a strong woman commander of Deep Space Nine. Then if you look at Star Trek Voyager, shit, half the cast was all chicks. You had a female captain. You had a female Klingon. You had a female Borg. And that showed that you had a black Vulcan. You had a Puerto Rican commanding officer, Chakotay, who was playing an indigenous person of the water people. I don't fucking know. But I watched it and enjoyed it. I fucking love Tuvok. He was an awesome Vulcan. I'm thinking I would have chose that guy maybe over Spock. I don't know. Because he was younger. He was going to be around longer. Well, Spock was awesome. He ruled. It's just Tuvok was just... He was just younger. He was more devoted to the Klingon. Not Klingon. The Vulcan. Here you get this Lord of the Rings. And this Lord of the Rings in title only. It looks more like some generic discount fucking Dungeons and Dragons shit. That's all it looks like. Dungeons and fucking Dragons. There's nothing, Lord. This doesn't look like shit that Peter Jackson would do. And of course he's not doing. A bunch of woke screenwriters, a woke director, threw this shit together. Why? Just to do this. It's not to tell a story. It's not to be creative or take you to a distant world. It's propaganda. Period. We got to have our token black people, our token queers. We got to have our tokens in a token fucking titled TV series. And it's not going to do good. They know it's not going to do good. You know, to the Twitter users out there, to the lefty users out there, that say that I'm racist because I'm white. No, I beg to differ. You're racist because I'm white. And this is what you do. But you lefties, this is all you can do. All you can do is make hit pieces. That's not going to make any money. This shit you're never going to be able to market in merchandising because nobody's going to fucking buy it. You pulled this shit with the Eternals and it bombed. And now the fucking toys are on the shelves to forever hang there until their next journey to the landfill. And it's because people don't want these multiracial cosplayer action figures. Because they're all shit. It's all garbage. It's all propaganda. We don't want propaganda. Just like when people want to go watch football, they don't want to watch BLM protests. They just want to watch football. Just like Lord of the Rings fans, they just want Lord of the Rings. And we already got it. Nobody wants this shit. And the 1% that they're catering to for this shit, they're not gonna watch any of it either. This is to troll Lord of the Rings fans, because when they'll show this picture and like, well, this is not only is this the cast from Lord of the Rings, but it is the fan base itself, a bunch of racists because they're white. It's like we just went backwards. With the left staying in our country, people, all they're going to do is go backwards. As long as we let them ruin pop culture, it's just going to go backwards. All the stuff we watch is just going to trash. Just like Master of the Universe Revelations, it was pure trash. The trash He-Man. And especially to trash the fans that like He-Man. This is made to trash the fans that love Lord of the Rings. Because it's all fans are profiled as being white, inbred, Trump supporter, anti-vaxxers. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Because no black people ever liked Lord of the Rings. But then again, in my area, when Lord of the Rings was in the theater, there were a lot of black people watching it too. Actually, a very diverse movie theater watching Lord of the fucking Rings. And played D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, and all that shit. And they made a fortune off the merchandise for Lord of the Rings. But this shit here, it's unmarketable. You gonna waste plastic making this shit? Go ahead. It'll be hanging there with the Eternals and the Black Widow figures and all the other fucked up diversity figures. No one's gonna fucking buy. Girls aren't gonna buy it. The boys ain't gonna buy it. Nobody's gonna buy it. This action figure line right here, it's even gonna skip Ollie's this time. It's gonna go directly into the landfill. They wasted their money with this. Anyway, people, that's the video. Going to be kept updated what's going on in pop culture. with everything around, then you can also follow me over on BitChute on the Iron Patriot. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Get me over 100 subscribers so we can get some live streaming going on. And you can hang out with the spaceman. Anyway, be safe. Stay safe. God bless all of you out there. And we're all going to watch this shit go right into the toilet. Good night.